What is up, MaidThis family? We're back for another Kaizen update for the month. Jenny, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. Yeah, it's been a busy, good month. Yeah.
We got a pretty juicy one this month. A lot of huge updates. I'm excited to bring this to you guys. So let's get to it.
All right, game on.
First one, MaidThis live. Who's pumped about this one? So we did our first MaidThis event in May this year. I didn't think we'd be doing another one so soon, but we figured out there's a pretty sweet studio, and there's a lot of people who wanted to go to the first one but couldn't. So we decided to move it closer. This next one's going to be close to Dallas.
Yeah,
It's going to be incredible. It's got a content recording studio. Everyone who comes, you guys going to get headshots done. We're going to do video recording of you to put on the website as well. And what's even cooler is Josh Latimer, who's been a business coach of mine and mentor. He's run multiple seven-figure businesses. He's actually going to be there speaking live to you guys. So you have a chance to talk to him, learn from him in person, and just network overall. So it's going to be incredible.
yep, super pumped. That's coming up in November, guys. All right, let's talk about communities. I love this segment. Guys, we talk about Akila and McKinney a ton. She's still crushing it. Not only is she doing like the meetups and working the networking, she's joined the chamber. In fact, the McKinney Chamber now is also going to be posting her blogs. So the blogs from our website. Really just love seeing the fruit and the seeds that she's planting. And then we've got Parav, man, and Parav and his dad out hitting the streets in Boston doing the door hanger thing. In fact, I was on
the photo.
Yeah, it's the
I
coolest
was
thing.
pumped when
Right?
he posted that. Yeah.
Love it. I'm on a call with him today, and he's like, "Oh, hold on a second." Jumps off, takes a lead call from a door hanger, closes it, and we just kill her. So super excited to see that, because we all know that community marketing is part of the whole package in terms of lead gen.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Crack the Code initiative. So if you guys have been following us in Slack and reading all the stuff, you've kind of heard maybe trickles of what this is. We're making a massive investment in figuring out what new marketing strategies work and don't work. And that's what this whole thing is about. We're investing human capital, money into figuring this out. We have Horacio on, who you guys know. We have Steven on. We brought him on to the MaidThis team specifically to shepherd community marketing. These guys are testing out a bunch of things for you, with you, to figure out what's actually working in your local market. So this is a massive resource. I know for Steven specifically, Jenny, you might know this too. A lot of people reach out to Steven. He helps get on calls with them, walk them through a lot of the campaigns we're running, set up their BNI meetings, set up their meetup pages. It's like an incredible resource. He's just a wealth of knowledge.
For sure. These guys are really putting a lot of sweat into this. I love it.
Yeah.
In fact, let's talk about some of that, because the goal is to test things out. And then, is this a go? Is it a no-go? What does that look like? Instagram influencers, guys, that's a big go for us. That's something that, again, Steven has helped franchisees walk through, actually doing it for them, logging in, contacting influencers, teaching franchisees how to do it themselves, and then also walking them through it. This is a pretty low-hanging fruit. I think we've got, and Neil, I know you guys did this. You have what, 3 or 4 cleanings booked from this already?
We have 3 cleanings with influencers ready to go, and they're going to start posting us on their pages and stories based off of this exact tactic that was created here.
Yeah, I also know one of the things we're asking for are Google reviews. So not only are you getting the social media presence and promotion, you're getting a review out of it. This is, for us, for the return on the investment, for sure a go, and we'll be utilizing that for future franchisees. Let's talk Facebook ad funnels. This one's still a question mark. We're still testing it out. Horacio is, man, I love the way his mind works, the way he tackles these digital platforms and projects. I think we've probably invested, I don't know, a couple thousand, trying to see how does this work. We've moved it from, okay, it's costing, quite significantly to bring leads in, to this is pretty doable. If we can get this to work and convert, then this is solid. This is specific to Airbnb owners. So we've put together a couple different packages. We were seeing things that are working. In fact, it's to the point that we're able to apply some of what we're learning to other digital marketing platforms. So however this ends up, we're going to come away with some good knowledge, and then hopefully also some new strategies for franchisees to apply.
Okay. And part of the testing means sometimes things don't work, and that's okay, because we tested it for you, and now you know not to invest your dollars into it. So one thing we tried, and Horacio helped set this up. Horacio's like the funnel maestro. This dude is just knows marketing. Anyways, we tested out TikTok ads, made creatives, put it on TikTok, and tried out multiple creatives for TikTok ads to find residential cleaning leads. The return on investment wasn't there.
Right.
And so we decided, after spending quite a bit of money testing it, let's just scratch this. There's better things we could spend money on. So if you guys were ever thinking about doing TikTok ads, we have all the data for you to know whether this was a fit, not a fit. And maybe you're like, Neil, I still want to try it. Cool. Go to Notion. We have a page which has all the return on investment numbers for you. So at least you have a starting point and you're moving further along. But for us, for now, for the Crack the Code initiative, we decided this is not a good use of money for you.
Yep. All right. Speaking of money, who wants to make more
Speaking
money?
of money, look at that slide. So this was super fun. It was the first time I'd done it. And if you guys watched the last Kaizen calls, you know about the Make More Money Challenge, which we did. It was a 4-week challenge designed to guarantee that you're going to make more money from it. And so a bunch of franchisees joined. It was so much fun. We did it every single week as well as the challenge. So a few things I went through. I went through the Rainmaker campaign at the beginning, which, by the way, we're still using the exact same script for my location in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Every single day, and are generating thousands of dollars from that. It just works. That was one of the biggest ones. We went over how to infiltrate apartment complexes, and Matt and Brian hopped on and gave a bunch of insight from what's working for them. We went over Instagram influencers and how to execute that. And I think the last one, which was actually the most important, is low-hanging fruit. Everyone has low-hanging fruit in their business which they don't even know about. How to identify that and how to make sure the bucket's filled. So it was incredible. And the best part, actually, we recorded it. So this is, of course, available for franchisees only. You could ask us in Slack for where it is, and all the recordings are there for you.
Yeah, in fact, we actually built out a Notion library. Guys, before Neil did this, he was posting regularly for the franchisees, I think was it the BizDev channel or the marketing channel, all these profit-producing strategies. So we put all of those into a library, and we also threw in, you can't see it on this page, but we have the link to go in and join that Make More Money Challenge online. So one location where you can find all the strategies Neil's walked everybody through. Just one of those things that we have the standard things we're doing day to day, but sometimes there are times where you're like, man, what else could I be doing to like crank a little more juice out of this? This is a great place to check out. So we put that out in Slack, and if you have questions, you guys can always holler and I'll point you in the right direction. Speaking of just testing, in addition to what we're doing with Crack the Code, we're also specifically looking at new vendors. So testing out vendors, this is something, guys, again, when we talk about resources and money that the franchisor is taking on, we're doing this. So we're partnering with franchisees, and we are working with vendors that we trust in their respective fields. Right now, specifically, I can tell you, we're probably, I think, the 3rd week into testing out a cold calling vendor. So we are giving them the script, we're giving them the targets, and really working out like, okay, is this going to be a viable option for us going forward? And to be determined. Neil, any other thoughts on the cold calling option here?
I think it's going to crush. I mean, it's more of a matter of tweaking the script and making sure it works, which we're working on in specific locations and testing out in many different places. I think when it comes to testing anything, I think originally we had 5 vendors earmarked, not just for cold calling, but for other stuff. And so far, we've X'd out a couple of them already. Right. And this is, in my opinion, the biggest benefit of being in a franchise system is, congrats, you don't have to vet these vendors anymore. We're already doing it. If it's not working out well, we just scratch it and never present them to you.
Yep.
And this is kind of what we're doing with cold calling. If we could crack this, and we're going to use your help to crack it, it could be really, really big and a brand new marketing tactic for everyone. So I'm pumped on this one. We'll see how it ends up.
Yep, for sure. All right.
All right. This one, so I did a live fireside chat podcast. As everyone knows, I host my own podcast. I've got pretty awesome people on there. You guys have access to talk with a lot of the people I have on there. One of the invitees last time was Jason Miller, who runs a pretty large cleaning business, cleaning. They're in about 5 cities. This was honestly one of my favorite episodes. Jason's just so freaking cool, and he dropped so much value for you guys. The recording is in Slack, guys, if you want to check out the recording of it. He just goes, he's super transparent, drops all his information about numbers, what's working for him from marketing and not, how he scaled, what he focuses on. So it's an incredible fireside chat. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, for sure. I've had a couple franchisees bring up that conversation in my calls with them. So love that. All right. I think, speaking of other things that we do in terms of on a regular basis, we've been hosting monthly roundtables for well over a year now. This past month, we actually had CapForge. So CapForge is our authorized bookkeeping vendor. They also do tax services. We had Matt come on and did a great presentation just on baseline financials. The way that this works, our franchisees work with Matt and his team. They get everything set up in QuickBooks Online, following our chart of accounts. And like, you guys don't have to sweat that. You don't have to worry about that every month. It's a really great deal that we've negotiated with Matt too. Anyone else that I talk to inside and outside of franchise systems, like, are pretty impressed of what we've been able to negotiate. So that was really neat. And next month, when we talk about roundtables, we're actually going to have franchisees come on. We've got a handful that are going to come and just talk about things that are working for them. So whether it's in the recruiting realm, whether it's in the client management, remote team member, hiring, managing, or even just the lead gen. We're excited to do that.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome.
Guys,
hey, that's it for the month, guys. That was actually a big update. But as always, we want to hear from you guys. What do you guys want more of? How can we support you?
Yep.
We kind of direct our efforts based off of what we think franchisees want and need. And oftentimes it's best if you just let us know, hey, I'm really interested in this. We could curate any of that for you. So definitely keep us posted what you'd like more of.
That's it.
All right. Thanks so much, guys.